Hey everybody, welcome to AdventuReady. Today we're going to go over the Honda Ruckus. I've been a motorcycle guy for over 25 years. Never considered myself a scooter guy until I saw the Honda Ruckus. Once you ride one, you'll get it. It's 49cc. What that means is it doesn't need any insurance, doesn't need a motorcycle license. Uh, Basically, this is a renegade vehicle. You twist the throttle and you go. There's no changing gears, so anybody can ride it. Honda claims it gets 114 miles per gallon. It gets about 100 every day. So 100 miles per gallon, no insurance, uh, no motorcycle license. You don't really even need a driver's license. Technically, you're supposed to, but when you get your Honda Ruckus, you're going to need at least one thing, and that is these little foot pegs here. So when you put foot pegs on it like this, you can then ride it like a motorcycle. You can take it off road and you can stand up on it and actually ride it like a motorcycle. Then you also don't have to keep your feet here with your knees together, which I don't like riding like that anyway. This makes it so much fun. So without further ado, we are going to jump into taking this apart. We're going to take this 2009 Honda Ruckus and we're going to get it back to brand new status. We're going to put a new variator on it. We're going to put all new drive components. We're going to put headlights, and we're going to put a new plastic battery box. And we might even get new tires. If I can find off-road tires, we'll put them on. All right, let's strip down this Ruckus and get to work. Some of the things I added to this Ruckus are these little pannier bags. This has just some waterproof bags. If you wanted to keep camping gear, clothes, you can put them in these waterproof bags and then stuff them in. Really what we use it for is groceries. I love taking the Honda Ruckus to the beach. My wife's minivan, her 2019 Honda Odyssey, is what we take on our family trips, and there's not a trailer hitch on it. And so I needed a way to bring my Ruckus to the beach, so I basically said we need to put a trailer hitch on it. She said, I don't want a trailer hitch on my minivan. So we compromised. I put the trailer hitch on just for the vacation and then took it off when we got home. But I used my motorcycle carrier, brought the Ruckus to the beach. We rode it on the beach where the water meets the sand and it's nice and hard. You can just ride at night. It's so much fun. We took it out to the grocery stores. You can fill it up, all the side bags with groceries. There's another place to put groceries under here. And I don't know if you can see this very well, but it just has a little bag inside. And I'll bring you around for a closer view of this little bag here. So as we come in under the seat, it just flips up. This is just a little bag that's pretty much a duffel bag, and it's waterproof, and it just zips up like this. Put the seat back down, and your stuff just disappears. I forget what brand name this is, but I just got it on Amazon. There's a million different ones like it. These pannier bags are interesting because they have these expansion zippers on the side. When you open them up, you can actually stretch the bags out a little bit more, put more gear in there. We're going to get new tail lights. These have seen better days. We're also going to get some new mirrors, new headlights. The bulbs are already taken out because they're the wrong size anyway. New plastic box here. And then this is where the transmission is. It's called a variator. We'll get a new variator and all the parts that go to that to make it really go faster. With the pannier bags off, you can see this little tail rack. You can actually put a 170-pound person sitting on that. Wouldn't recommend it, but you can, and it's a lot of fun. And here's a little close-up view now of this underseat bag, and it just velcros on, and it can turn into a little duffel bag with a shoulder strap. So if you want to take your stuff with you, it's very easy to take out. Now you can see where all the magic happens. It's a 49cc engine. There's a little 1-gallon tank underneath here. This is where you fill up the gasoline. There's a single shock here. I'm actually going to replace that with a heavier duty shock. And the front has suspension here. And I've got new springs coming for it, and I'm going to put 20 weight oil in it because I weigh 230 pounds. This is the center stand, and you can see it's missing a bolt there. It's actually missing a bolt on the other side also, and the whole thing is just free to rock. That bolt was broken off. I'm going to have to drill that out and get some new bolts for the center stand. This is the screw we're going to have to extract. I've got this extractor set. I don't know, some screw extractor set. It says, though safe. And we'll see if it works. First, though, we have to take out the one that's in there. I doubt this is original. I would think a grade 8 for this. It's holding up the whole motorcycle, but we'll see. We're about to put new brake shoes on the front of the Ruckus, and so I got these EBC brake shoes. Also, just went to Walmart, got some brake cleaner, some shop towels. I'm going to try these today. They're called gripping gloves, since I'll be doing some gripping. And then as an experiment, I bought this on Amazon. It says 3/8 cordless ratchet wrench kit. So let's have a look. It says, thank you for your purchase. You know it's good. It even has a little bag. Awesome. I thought when I bought it on Amazon, I thought it was actually a DeWalt because it was yellow and it said over it really big, DeWalt battery. And it said DeWalt, so I thought, oh, it's a DeWalt, and it's yellow. It's actually not. I don't know what brand this is. It's DE brand. Everybody knows DE brand. So here it is, DE. And I've got a old battery. My other DeWalt stuff is another Amazon battery. All right, reverse, forward. Let's give it a try. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the front wheel. We're going to clean out, we're going to remove the old drums, clean out the area. We're going to measure the diameter to make sure it isn't too worn out inside the drum. And we're going to put the new pads in, and then we'll put it all back together. I've got a 17 millimeter on the back side here, and then a 12 millimeter on the front. Let's turn this to reverse and try it out for the first time. Cool. Let's take off my battery. Yep, battery's good. All right. 17 millimeter on the backside, says this nut. And then you slide this out. I'll support this. It's the big axle. And then this should, if you can see here, there's a slot in the side of the drum, and it slides straight down like that. See this slot has to line up with that slot. Then there's a spacer in the backside. This is a little spacer. All right, so we're just going to pull straight out, take this apart, and then this is going to count as the picture. We're going to look at how the shoes on the springs are. How the springs on the shoes are, and you can see how this works. I'm going to turn the the little lever works. It spreads the shoe out. It's not very strong. All right, let's take these pads off and put new ones on. Make sure you get that tab lined up. Slide it in. I'm gonna put the nut on the back side now. Got a Harbor Freight torque wrench set it to 30 foot-pounds. I'm gonna put this on the 17mm ratchet, and then I'm gonna take the little 1/2 inch. I'm using the torque wrench on the back side here. Oh, it just clicked. There we go. 30 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna have to adjust the brake. See here, the little notches lined up. Brakes look good. I'm gonna actuate it. There we go. And now it's just too loose, so we're gonna tighten it up. And this is really, I mean, it's like a 5-minute job. It's really easy. So you just slide this forward and then just turn the nut. And there's a little nut here. You might have to hold on to that one if it's spinning. And then this falls back into there. Let's take this exhaust off. There's two 10mm nuts down here. And so far, I like this this little tool. Weird looking little nut. Got the other one. Man, this tool really makes it easy. It's almost cheating. It's so easy. Oh, looks like one down there. Support this. Okay. I'll take the dipstick out, just get it out of the way. There we go. I still want to take it off. Dipstick. This ring came out too. It's important. It's right here. Here's the end of the exhaust. Look how little that exhaust is. That's crazy. This little ring goes here. When you put it back together, make sure you put that ring in. And see how these little things just slide? You just pivot it and get it in place. Now we're going to take off the axle. Ooh, it broke that little adapter right off. Look at that, broke it right in the socket. And we'll let that soak. Need a breaker bar put on this. Got a big breaker bar on this. It actually worked. There you go, sweet. Holding the brake down so it doesn't spin. Put it back at the center stand. Take a look in there. This is the drum. See all that dirt? So we'll clean this drum out. And then here are the pads. This is going to serve as our picture, how they look. So the brake pads were supposed to come in from Amazon today. It's been delayed. So we're going to pause on the brakes and we're going to do some brake lights instead. So it's just a little 10mm bolt in here to get to the turn. See, the turn signals are floppy. That's not factory. So we're going to put some aftermarket blinkers on. We're going to put them in a slightly different location so they're more visible. I'm going to see if I like it or not. All right, so let's just expose this. Not 12, let's try 14. And then again on the back, if you look at the wiring, this is the right side, and then there's the blue wire. So you blew right past them, so the blue right. And then if you look down on the wiring harness here, just pull back the cover. There's usually 2 greens on one wire, and then there's the blue and the orange. So here's the orange. You can see the orange right there. And then the blue one right here. Let's go ahead and take the blue out. These little bullet connectors. And then finish taking this nut off on this side. They're a nice aluminum case on them, so they're fine. So this is all aluminum bullet style. I have to figure out which wire is going to be it. So let's pause and figure out the wiring. Drill this out real quick. See this. Thread the wires through that hole. Had to drill a little bit of a bigger hole. I'm using the holes that usually go to the license plate, and I just bent them back 90 degrees just to see if I like this here. It's just a mock-up. Might take this whole thing off and do another tail light. So that was just an experiment. I'm going to put these back here temporarily, see if I like them. Thread this on. I had to drill a little bit larger hole at a 3/8 drill bit to get through the license plate slots. And then this is the right one. This is going to go to blue, yellow. These have 4 wires on them. The white and the red. The red's for a brake light, the white's for a running light. We're just using the yellow for the blinker, and the black is the ground. So the black is going to go to green, that's the ground. And then this is the right one. So the blue one is going to go to yellow. All right, friends, I know this is going to break your heart, but this episode is going to be continued. We haven't gotten the brake shoes yet from Amazon, so we're going to get those. I've been talking to the guys at the Ruck shop, and I'm going to get a rear shock that's going to be more robust. I'm also from another place, I'm going to get some front springs. And then we're also going to talk to the guys tomorrow at the Ruck shop about getting a Go Fast kit. So I'm not sure what all that's going to entail, but that's to be continued. And then, is there anything else? Oh, so today we did get the blinkers put in place, the front and the rear. They're ready to go. We haven't, I'm going to take all this apart again to eventually paint this Ruckus. So everything's just in there temporarily. And we also still need the new relay to make the flashers work with the LEDs. But other than that, that's it for today. And let's have a word of encouragement. All right, friends, today's word of encouragement is from Hebrews 4, chapter 4, verse 16. It says to come boldly to the throne of grace to receive mercy in time of need. What that means is to come boldly to the throne, assuming Jesus is the Lord on the throne. The way we come to him isn't humbly and meekly, it's to come boldly with confidence. So to come boldly to the throne of grace. So grace is unmerited favor. It's favor we did not earn. So we can boldly come to, he's going to give us grace that we didn't earn. So we can come boldly to that throne to receive mercy in our time of need. And why that's so encouraging is when we're in trouble, when we need help, we can go straight to God and ask for it, and he's promised us to give us that mercy in time of need. That's it for today, friends. We'll see you next time.